Hur vet jag inte?
So the theme of today's class is why we take our shoes off in yoga class. Okay, so I'm going to look around first to see anybody have shoes on? No. But socks. We're going to take our socks off today too, just for a little bit. Okay, just for a little bit. I know you get cold, so don't worry about it now. But when we do our little, feet sequence, I really want you to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I have the camera today, because it's an important thing. Now take your feet in, and I just want you to shake them out a little bit. Yeah. Good. All right, so we're going to work a little bit on neck mobility, but we're also going to work on our feet. So actually the two of them pair together, right? So we're going to do something called the foot sliders, but we're going to incorporate the use of a Kleenex. So Julie, can I ask you to pass out Kleenexes to everybody? So as she's doing that, we're going to use the movement. Yeah, we're going to take off our socks, and we're going to use the movement of the foot and the toes. Take your socks off, yeah. And as Julie's passing around the Kleenex, I promise you won't be crying. It won't hurt. It won't hurt. You might get frustrated and cry, but all right. Thank you, dear. Okay, so everybody take their left foot up, and I'm mirroring you, and just point and flex. Oh, yeah, that's the mobility we're working on.
Yes, Mom?
You can curl your toes like tight, and then pull your toes backwards. Yeah.
Yes, Mom?
You can do that. Good, and do the other foot. Just point and flex a couple times, stretch it into the calf, and then point your toe, and then pull them back. Yeah, good. Okay, so that'll be a similar motion, and I'll take one too. Thank you, my dear. All right, good. Okay, so this is what's going to go on with the Kleenex. It's going to go right in the middle between your 2 feet. Okay, so we've done this pose before. It's called foot sliders. It's one of my somatic movements I got from James Knight, which I love. So we're going to first check the mobility of our neck. So the ability to extend our neck back like this, you guys, we're going to increase that. So hands on the laps, we're going to take a breath. And when we exhale, I want you to lift your chin up and look at the ceiling and notice a stopping point. Could be a light, a fan blade, a little swing. Good. Bring it back to the center. Now, left leg is going to slide out. We're going to keep sliding until we want to straighten out the leg, but it's not going to straighten. The toes are still on the floor. Then I want you to flex your foot. Good. Curl your toes. Your foot is still flexed, right? Drop. And then slide back in. And now when you're back in, press the ball of your foot down and your toes up. And if you can, spread your toes. So the ball of the foot is really pressing down. Good. That's going to be that movement. We're going to do 2 more times. So we go slide. We go flex. We go point, tight, drop, back in, toe mounds down, toes up, and spread. And one last time. Here we go. Slide, flex, drop, all the way back in. And this time I want you to come to the center and try to pick up the Kleenex with your toes and bring it up to your hand. Forget that, he says. Okay, so here we go. If you picked it up, it's going to go back in the middle. Okay, here we go to the other side. Okay, so it's the right foot slides until that toe wants to come off. Then we flex. Now, if you ever get a cramp on this one, you guys just don't do the movements so extreme. Come back in, toe mounts down, toes up, and wide as can be. Here we go. Slide, flex, curl, drop, come back in, toes up, flare the toes if you can. Good, and one more time. Slide, flex, curl, drop, back in, lift those toes up and spread them, and now take that Kleenex, grab it, and bring it up. Okay, good. Yeah, you got that one, huh? Interesting. Okay, good. Okay, bring it down again. Bring it down again. Okay, so we're going to do our after effect with our neck to begin with, okay? So we're going to just check out the neck, and then we'll talk a little bit. Okay, here we go. Hands on your lap. Take a breath. Exhale, lift your head up. Oh, yeah. Boy, I got about a foot and a half. Anybody getting any more? Yeah, so the idea here is, now this is what we're going to do with our feet, you guys. If you can, take the Kleenex again, pick it up, but you're going to come into this little kind of pigeon pose thing, right? And you got the Kleenex. Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell you about that, okay? So this is the important part. You can put the Kleenex down because we're going to do it with the other foot.
Well, let's have a
So
look.
everybody flex your foot. And we've already investigated this before. This is the plantar fascia, that nice little ridge like that. It's the arch of your foot, right? It's a piece of kind of connective tissue, and it should be kind of mushy to the touch, not really hard and rigid, but guess what? Underneath that fascia are muscles that pull up your arches. So when you wear shoes that give you arch support, what it's doing is just creating an artificial support, but it's not strengthening your plantar fascia or your feet. So only that ability to pick up with the Kleenex in your toes, that's what you're doing. You're lifting your arch using your muscles. So if you can't easily do that, sometimes it means that your feet muscles are just not strong enough, and you just need to practice with them, right? So then we want to go like this. We want to pull those feet down straight and curl the toes, yeah. And then we want to take the toes backwards, and then a couple times. So this movement, you guys, which we did in the foot sliders, this right here, this little piece of your toes, maps to the curve of your neck. And when we can stretch this part of our foot, we actually release the fascia that goes all the way up to the neck. So that's why we do those little toe movements, right? And the last one we're going to be working on, and I mentioned this last week, and I don't know if anybody's been practicing. Take your left hand like this, and then do the Star Trek salute. Be well and prosper. Can everybody do that? Come back together and do it a couple times. You got it, Terry. Okay, now take your toes and do the same thing. The outer two toes stay together and the next two toes stay together and go in and out, in and out. Can everybody's toes do that when you move them? Okay, you can. Now let go of your hands and see if you can do the same. No way. So that's your homework. Just to see. Because if you can spread your toes wide, right, you have that ability. And now let's see how smart the brain and the body connection can be to do that. I'm working on it. One foot can do it a little bit better than the other. Okay, so here we go. To the other side. We're going to pick up the Kleenex with the other foot. You see, she did it. See? I love that. Yay. Well, I'm going to get the video camera and do a swoop into that one, okay, at the end of class. Okay, everybody pick it up with the other foot. Good. Oh, you're cheating on that. Okay, so then you can just take your Kleenex off to the side somewhere. All right, so plantar fascia, right? Everybody find it? Flex your foot. You'll find it when you flex your foot. If your finger toes point, it's not as much. And then